With us today is one of the choristers in Vienna Boys Choir, Scott, who is the only American in the choir. Is that correct, Scott? Welcome, Scott.
Yes. Hello.
Have you always loved singing? Is singing something you've always done?
Yes, I have. I started voice lessons when I was about 7, so
Very nice. And how old are you now?
I'm 12 or maybe 8. It was somewhere in between there.
Okay. So you started about 7 or 8, and you're about 12 years old now.
Yes.
And how long have you been with the Vienna Boys Choir?
Uh, I'm I've almost been here for a year.
Very nice, very nice. So what would you say is your favorite part about being part of the choir?
Traveling, definitely traveling.
Nice. And did you do any traveling before you were part of the choir, or is this something that you've only experienced as a member of the choir?
Yes, every summer I would just fly to Austria because in the summer because it's just such a beautiful country and we have some relatives there, so and friends.
Very nice, very nice. So Scott, tell us about the songs that you sing when you go to these different venues around the world. What are some of the holiday songs that you guys sing?
We have 3 different programs on this tour. A Christmas program, our Bella Italia program with a lot of just with a lot of Italian songs and some pop songs, and we have our church program with only church music.
Scott, when you're getting ready to perform, do you find that it's something that you naturally can do, or do you get nervous, or do you have something that you do to calm yourself down before you start a show? How do you feel right before you start a show?
I'm usually pretty calm unless it's like Symphony Hall in Chicago or Carnegie Hall in New York. I'm usually pretty calm. If it's one of those big concert halls, then I do get a little bit nervous, but it's always, as soon as I'm on stage, I always feel fine.
Oh, very nice. Not bad, right, Bert? I mean,
I'm
performing at Carnegie Hall.
such a young man who has performed such incredible venues around the world and is part of this internationally renowned choir and likes traveling. He was born for showbiz,
Yeah.
I think, Kel.
So, Scott, when you guys are not traveling, do you get some time, like in between shows, and what do you guys do when you're not traveling and you have that little off time?
When we're in Vienna, not traveling, we have school. We never school on tour. Just a couple worksheets here and there, but our actual school is based in Vienna. So that's most of what we do when we're not on tour.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies or things that you like to do other than singing?
I like flying drones around.
Wow, flying
and,
drones.
Yes, and I'm also a bit of a photographer, so
Very
kind
nice.
of on tour.
All these wonderful cities he has the privilege of visiting. Now he gets all these great pictures, Kel.
Yeah,
That's
you
great.
must have a lot of great photos from around the world.
Yes.
What has really caught your eye? What has been some of the places or locations that you have really liked to photograph?
Well, the United States is my first big major tour, so it kind of worked out perfectly for me. But I did go on a tour to Sardinia, and the beach was very nice there, so I took lots of pictures there.
Yeah, it's amazing how different the world is when you go to different countries and you get to see all these different people that are want to be there to see you and hear you perform. And you see just how different our world is, Scott, whether it's beaches or mountains or the countryside. There's so many different places in the world that are just great to visit. And we're so excited for you. Do you practice every day when you're not doing a performance? Do you set aside some time just to kind of rehearse and practice?
Yes, when we get to the concert hall, we always take about an hour before we eat dinner to just practice.
Oh, very nice. And I don't think we asked you, Scott, where are you originally from?
I'm from Pennsylvania State College.
Oh, okay. All right. Very nice. Well, that's right around the corner from us. We're here in New Jersey, so very nice. So, Scott, so when you guys are on tour, are you an adventurous food eater? Do you find that there's lots of foods that you want to try? Are you like your certain foods and you're not into that?
Sometimes it really depends. If there's something and it looks or sounds good, then I'll give it a shot. But I do have the things that I do have some go-to things.
Scott, thank you so much for being on the show today. We're very excited to see you guys on December 10th, and we very much look forward to it.
Thank you.
We are back on All Access with State Theater New Jersey. It was really great, Cal, to speak with Scott, who is the only American performer with the Vienna Boys Choir. And they're going to be doing their big Christmas in Vienna show on Sunday, December 10th at 3 p.m. at State Theater New Jersey. Now we get the privilege of speaking with the conductor. This is the guy that takes all the talented people from around the world and just puts together this magnificent show. We have Manolo Cagnin, who is with us here. And Manolo, welcome to All Access with State Theater New Jersey. We just had a chance to speak with Scott a few moments ago, and just hearing what he had to say about the show and just the level of talent that is going to be part of this performance. And for you as the conductor, talk about what a special thing it is for you night in and night out to work with these incredibly gifted performers.
It's good morning, good afternoon, first of all. It's for me a big pleasure. I have to say I am a lucky man. This year is a really special group. I start 10 years ago with the Vienna Boys Choir. I was so young. And now after 10 years, I can enjoy everything. I've experienced. I can decide whatever I want about the music and the solo, everything. I am a free artist, and it's a privilege. And I have to say it's something magical this year. I don't know why. It's a special group. We are really like a family. And we are all the time together in the bars, in the free time, day off, shopping. We play soccer, we play basketball. We have rehearsal. It's a totally wonderful harmony. And I can remember 5-6 years ago, I say all the time about, okay, guys, we have to repeat the song now because today is a important concert, and it's not good enough. I'd like to have something more. And this year, the kids come to me and say, Manolo, it's time to have a rehearsal in the bus. I don't know what it is. I am tired and I try to sleep. And the kids wake me up and say, okay, Manolo, now it's time. Here we go. We have to work. Unbelievable. I don't know. The motivation is great. It's not always so. It's really a special here, and I think the audience recognize it on the stage. It's a lot of power, energy, and good atmosphere. I am so happy.
And Manolo, the boys come from all over the world, speaking many different languages. And how is that a challenge? And how do you overcome that challenge?
I say it always. We speak the same language. That's the music. The kids from every corner of the world. That's right. At the beginning, it's difficult. Our basic language is German, of course, but we have a couple of kids can really good English speak, and it's good. But a lot of other kids from Cambodia or China or South Korea or Japan. It's difficult at the beginning, but I learned too a lot of language. And when you are 10 years old and you want to be a member of the Vienna Boys Choir, you learn really, really fast. And at the beginning, it's a little bit, I don't say difficult, but it's strange because the school is in German. My rehearsal is in German. When we have big projects with Vienna Philharmonic, everybody speaks German, of course, in Austria. But they learn really, really, really fast.
I'm sure. Now, I know, Manolo, you have an appreciation for what you're doing and what it means to be part of the Vienna Boys Choir. How about the singers? I mean, do they know and do they have an appreciation that they're continuing a tradition that goes back to the 1400s? Are they aware of the magnitude of what they get to do?
Yeah, they do. Scotty said It's a lot of fun to travel and go around the world and tour. That's right. It's a part of our life. But Scott is one of the best boy in the choir, and he is one say, Manolo, I'd like to learn for the next mass for the Imperial Chapel in Vienna this solo. Please, I'd like to learn. I prefer to sing this one. They have this feeling, and it's they are kids. Of course, they need free time. Of course, they have video games and laptop and iPhone, everything. They are normal. It's not aliens, kids, but they have a feeling. Oh, I am a member of the Vienna Boys Choir. I have this year 48 concerts in the United States. I have to stay 11 weeks on the road in the bus, and it's not easy, but I can do it, and I like to do it, and that's the most important thing. The voice is, of course, is important, but the voice without motivation, without personality, without work, it's not enough in our system. It's really important to say, okay, now it's time to sing, and I like to sing for the people and for the audience. It's a pleasure, and they have it. It's for me really, really, really easy this year. Everything is absolutely easy. Mm-hmm.
And what about the program for this season? Are you part of picking the pieces? Do you pick the pieces? How do you decide?
I decide everything.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah. I have artistic director, of course, but our agency say, okay, Manolo, you are Italian. What do you think about Italian program? I think could be fine for the people in America. Everybody loves Italian music, and I think it's a good idea. I say, okay, I like it. And I decide every single song. We can't forget, of course, Viennese music like waltz and polka, because we have a Vienna Boys Choir. We can't forget that we are in the United States, and we like to sing something from your culture too. And of course, the highlights. Yeah, for example, Carmina Burana. It's a couple of songs that they are so wonderful, and I think I don't know. I decide the right songs, but the audience reaction is pretty cool.
Excellent.
I think it's working.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is, and has since 1492 or from 1498. That's awesome. Were you yourself, Manolo, a performer? And what's the process? How does one become a performer with the Vienna Boys Choir?
Do you ask me about my feeling, or?
Yeah. If you're making all the decisions, right? How does one become a member? Sure.
Oh my God! How can I describe my feeling? How can I say? It's interesting for me.
I mean, does a parent?
Moments before.
I mean, does a parent or a voice coach maybe send you some demo material and say, "Hey, I've got a great performer for you. What do you think?" Is it something like that?
No, it's with a voice. We can work, and I think I have the pleasure to work with these kids. And to make concerts, but the voice, I know every voice in the choir, and I make coaching. I have training voices in the bus every day with the kids. The situation's absolutely under control, and everybody, I have to say at the moment, has a really good voice.
And Manolo, would you the kids are from 10 to 14 years of age.
Yeah.
Would you say that you see a difference, like if they come in as a 10-year-old and then they leave the choir as a 14-year-old? Do you see how do they grow in their time with the choir?
I think it's a special experience. I say always on the stage, everybody can sing, but not everybody can be a member of the Vienna Boys Choir. It's a special life. It's wonderful. It's not easy, but it's possible to everyone. I have auditioned every part of the world, with in United States too, and with young kids. They won't be a member of a Vienna Boys Choir. It's difficult to explain because it's something totally different. The school system is different. The life is different. The style of life is different. The dynamic is different. We are, for example, this year 11 weeks on the road, night and day, and the family is not here. And of course, time to time at the beginning is not so easy because when you are 10 years old, you miss your mommy and your daddy. It's absolutely normal, and they can call the mom's account, but we are in a group, and I think it's a wonderful experience. Unfortunately, I wasn't a member of the Vienna Boys Choir, but I was at home all the day with my parents, school and home, and I practiced my violin, and it was my life. And these guys, with 14 years old, were everywhere in the world. Sydney Opera House, Century Hall, Tokyo, Chicago, Symphony Hall, New York, Carnegie Hall. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and of course, our venue, New Brunswick, New Jersey, at State Theater on December 10th at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And get the tickets for that, of
course.
Well, Manolo, great to speak with you, and we are incredibly honored to welcome Vienna Boys Choir to State Theater, New Jersey on Sunday, December 10th. So thank you for your time today, all right?
Thank you very much.